Okay, so here's probably the second or third half of this. I guess second half of this, honestly. When I when I when I'm hearing this stuff within our politics, of go out there and vote. I'm gonna tell you this: go out there, not only vote, but go out there and be an activist, be a community leader. Go out there and be a church leader. Be a supporter of church. Be a supporter of your community. Be a supporter of your fellow neighbor. Go out there and show God's love and respect and character and wisdom on this society, on this world. Go out there and be a better parent, be a better father, be a better mother. Go out there and and just lift and try to help lift your fellow man up from their poverty. Go out there and go help mow your neighbor's lawn. Go out there and to those low income neighborhoods and help create some local change. And with, like I said before, going out there and helping pay a bill or two with them, or just go have some reasonable, rational conversations about how their life is going and what you can do to help them, and etc. Especially if you have all the time and the money to do it. Go out there to some of those low income neighborhoods and lend your advice, lend your support, lend your helping hand, lend as much as you God first can to help them realize, hey, I'm with you and we are family, and I'm gonna, help you in God first, whichever which ways I can to help you to your God first, Jesus Christ salvation better tomorrow. Just going out there and voting is not gonna help fix our streets, our economy. It's not gonna. It's not. It's just one piece of the puzzle. It's not everything. But these politicians and etc. They're promoting is that's everything. That is not everything. Being a champion for people's rights, their godly rights, their godly privileges, being a champion for ending the struggle, ending the poverty, ending the abuse, ending all these things, being a champion of the people to help end all these negative garbage rates and statistics and etc. That you gotta go out there and be an activist. You gotta go out there, especially if you're somebody who is living in a really nice neighborhood. It's only you to go out there and lend a helping hand with community support. Be a volunteer. Be a church leader. It's only you to go out there to the low income neighborhoods and go out there and ask questions about, hey, what are you going through? What are you dealing with? How can I help you here? Having rational, reasonable conversations with them about how they're doing and how you can help them get to their God first, Jesus Christ salvation better tomorrow. Just voting is not gonna help, ladies and gentlemen. Background checks itself is one piece of the puzzle. It's not gonna help everything. You have to be out there and be a community leader for real rational change. You have to go out there into the low income neighborhoods and be a friend, be a warrior for God. Be out there and on the front line and just own this stuff. And yeah, specifically within the low income neighborhoods, you have to go out there and be a champion for those people to get out of poverty. You have to be out. You got to be a champion for your neighborhood to help those people invest in themselves, especially if they have some cash to do so. Invest in themselves. Invest in building their homes up. Invest in getting their children through school properly, getting their homework done. You have to invest, ladies and gentlemen. You have to do more than just literally run your mouth off about voting, and do more than just run your mouth off about background checks. And here's the thing, and God's my judging witness for saying it. But ladies and gentlemen, you don't need a gun to kill somebody. You don't. That's why I'm telling you, background checks is just, well, at least one of the top reasons why I'm telling you, background checks is just one part of the puzzle. You don't need a gun to kill somebody. For the love of God, you don't. You don't. Again, all the car accidents, car crashes, etc. There's many ways of death. Many ways. Many violent crimes happening through many various vices. Ladies and gentlemen, responsibility, integrity, morals. That's the type of stuff you gotta push. Other than voting, you gotta push morals and accountability, dignity, respect. That's what you gotta push. Other than voting. I'm telling you, that's the core root. That's how you're going to help. You gotta help people change their hearts, change their morals, change their bottom two mentalities. Get their soul back right with Christ. while time is still on the clock. That's what you gotta do. Get people into faith. Get people into spirituality. Get people in the church. Get them baptized. Get them saved. That's what you gotta do. Just voting is not enough. Just voting is not enough. Literally, that's one of the top things I'm making this video to tell you all. Just voting itself is not enough. Background checks itself is not enough. Some people have purposely rebelled against getting tested for reasons. One of the top reasons why, I can assure you, is because they want to lie to themselves. Some of them want to lie to themselves to be perceived as normal when they are severely mentally ill. Sometimes it's not even you being diagnosed with anything. Sometimes it's just you and your bought into ideology, which as well can contribute to mental health issues, but you get the point. But I'm telling you, you're not going to help clean up these streets. You're not going to help put your children through school. You're not going to help the youth realize true God's gift destiny, integrity, and purpose and wisdom by just voting. You're going to do it by becoming a fisherman of men and becoming a leader of men. By learning how to teach, learning how to preach, learning how to go step by step with the process. That's what you gotta do. Just telling people to go out there and vote. You gotta vote. That's not the core issue. That's not the core issue. Like last time I checked, and I mean literally last time I checked, didn't Republicans own most of the House and the Senate? And how much have they gotten passed? Huh? I'm telling you, I mean, I'm an independent. God bless both parties, but I'm an independent. Both parties are guilty of their own equal fair corruptions. Both parties are corrupt. I mean, hasn't that been decided by now? Both parties are equally corrupt. If one more other than the other. Yeah, I mean, both parties are corrupt. I'm an independent. Not to say independents don't have their corruption too, but I could at least tell you that we're open to it, or at least I'm open to it. And I can dissect it for you, and I can, go in depth with with you, and stuff like that. Just telling you, just voting, ladies and gentlemen, just voting is not enough. Regardless of which age you are watching and listening to this right now, just voting itself is not enough. Spreading God's love, mercy, wisdom, grace, integrity, responsibilities, morals, attitude, personality, and so many other things I can name there. That's what is enough. That is the core. That is the soul. That is how you clean up the streets. That's how you clean up the schools. That's how you clean up the workplace. That's how you clean up everyday life and everyday activity. Spreading God's love, peace, wisdom, integrity, etc. That's how you clean everything up. Putting God first with everything you, Jesus Christ salvation, do. That is how you clean this mess up. Loving thy neighbor as thyself. That's how you clean this mess up. I mean, I'm telling you, the evidence is there. The evidence is there. We've been voting for decades, have we not? Decades. We've been voting for decades. We've been voting decades, ladies and gentlemen. Decades. And look at what the statistics are. Decade after decade. Look at what the statistics are. Year after year, day after day, month after month. Look at what the statistics are. This is deeper and more than voting. This is your heart, your personality, your soul, your spirit. What are you living for? What are you standing for? What are you fighting for? What are you willing to Jesus Christ salvation die for? That's what this is about every day. It's more than voting. On the surface, that's what they're telling you. On the surface, all right, just vote, 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 vote. On the soul, this is more than voting. On the soul, on the heart, this is more than voting. This is integrity, morals, discipline, being a leader, being a fisherman of men, getting people indoctrined, something like that, and etc. Getting people involved, ladies and gentlemen. Getting people involved. Helping people change their biased mentalities. Their biased, garbage, mediocre, etc. mentalities. Again, some can and will laugh this off, but I'm literally telling you that's where a lot of this stuff ends. The core soul of this, of all these issues are your faith in Jesus. Where is your soul going? Your mentality towards things. How do you approach things? How do you solve things? How do you do things? Why do you believe what you believe? Why do you do what you do? Why do you say what you say? Your bottom two mentalities, your mental health, etc. I mean, again, doing what is Jesus Christ's salvation, God first right, for yourself, for your family, for your community, for your school, for your workplace. That's how you help heal this culture. That's how you help heal the workplace. That's how you help heal your house, your family, the streets. Put God and Jesus first. Put them where they belong first. Do right by them first. And etc. I mean, that's literally what it is. The soul of this is not voting. Voting is just one part. We've been voting for decades, and the rates have been where they have been for decades. Background checks are part of it, but they're not the sole purpose of it. People's mental health, that's the center of it. You need to get the people that need to be diagnosed diagnosed. You need to get the people who have their negative mindsets out of their negative mindsets. Spread love. Spread God's love, mercy, and grace. Wisdom and discipline on this culture. That's how you clean up this culture. That's how you clean up the culture. That's how you help heal. That's how you bring everybody together. That's how we solve our differences. That's how we grow. That's how we build. That's how we learn. Just voting alone is not going to fix it. And I just hope that the top thing I want to top 5 things I want everybody to realize within this video. Literally. Just voting alone is not going to fix things. We've been voting for decades and the rates have been where they have been for decades. By the way, again, learning how to physically take care of yourself as well is one of the top things that we also need to learn how to do. How to physically take care of ourselves and think to ourselves, me doing this, how is that going to affect this and that within my physical health? Same thing with how we eat. How is this going to affect my body? How is this going to affect my brain? Reading this, reading that, how is that going to affect my thinking mentality? Love thy neighbor as thyself. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening, watching, viewing, subscribing. This one will probably be titled. It has something. I think voting will definitely be in it, and I'm this overall literally is what this overall is, which is a issue on the soul, on the heart. I mean, if you want to get down to the bedrock roots of it, this is not about voting. The voting is one part. The soul of this is your soul, your daily decisions, how you choose to live your life, how you choose to think, how you choose to go about certain situations, and etc. Are you taking responsibility? Are you cherishing morals and integrity? Are you putting God first? Are you loving thy neighbor as thyself? That's what's gonna truly help heal this culture, not voting. Voting will help fix some things, help fix some public policies, and etc. But voting ain't the core. Voting is not the core. It's not the core. So once again, take care. Use your Jesus Christ salvation, God first, the sermon on me and everything I've said, and how you want to interpret it in your own life, and help your own family, help your own community, help your own school, etc. And definitely start, donating more, getting more involved as a volunteer at churches, at charities. Start donating more to churches, schools, and etc. Start donating to the kids, and etc. Once again, God bless you. Boy, the man, NJ to the city. Out. I wish you all, once again, the absolute blessing of the best. God first reigns supreme over all things. Peace. More coming soon.